years of civilization and culture into 1 minute. I am very pleased that since having become Member of Parliament, having developed some very good friendships with a number of you in the community, and I'm continuing to learn. What many of you may not know is that the Iranian community now makes up almost 20% of the population in Willowdale, which is to Willowdale's benefit. My impressions of a culture with such a tremendous focus on family, such a tremendous focus on culture, tremendous focus on gender equality and on tolerance, tremendous focus on education. These are all qualities that, as a mother, as a Canadian, as a business person, and as a politician, if I have to rank the things that we need to be looking at in terms of what makes us Canadian, those are them. And so in that sense, I want to applaud you for bringing all of that to this country and to Willowdale. It is unfortunate that in my role as MP, the challenges that we have in the constituency office in dealing with a number of the immigration and visa issues, that I have come to know many members of your community much more than in fact some other communities. But if there's any benefit to the distress and challenges, it's that I have been able to get to know a significant number of people, and I hope very much that on October 14th, on Tuesday, that I will get your support to be re-elected, because I want that relationship to continue and to grow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Carcassonne.
When I first heard the question, I panicked a little bit, because I have to confess, at first blush, I don't know all that much about your community. So I searched through the list of people I know, and I realized that I have some very dear friends that come from your community, and one of whom I've known for many, many years. But as I reflected even further on that, I realized that I didn't see him, his family, as Iranian. And some other friends that I've made in the by-election who worked closely with me, worked as volunteers in our campaign, I didn't see them as Iranian. I saw them as people, and at the core level of the similarities rather than the differences, of the set of values that they had, the love for family, the desire to make a life and improve that for their children and their children's future. And I realized that that's how I view all people, actually, is from that common place, and feel honored to have earned their respect in the process. And I don't know.
Thank you very much. Mr. Liam.
As Mark Alfini mentioned, it's a long relationship that Chinese and China has with Iran. The Iranians were, the Persians were actually trading in China around 600 AD, and that's where I also derived my love for Persian things and trading in Persia. My father first did business in Tehran in 1957. I subsequently did it in 1970 in the Richmond community. I am a partner of Gaddafi and Saeed Ali Agahi, and also with Fred Darvish in their development projects. All I can say is that we share this common bond to do business, and we do it well. Want to check it out?
Mr. Cole.
Any question as well?
Okay.
Yes, I just want to mention something. I think events like this is not only for us to listen to, it's also an opportunity for you guys to hear our concerns and what the community needs are. Just a few days ago, it was announced in the news that new immigrants and new Canadians are earning much less than Canadian-borns. And it's not a matter of credential, it's even after they find their job in their fields. For example, when Iraj helps a lot of newcomers into that food industrial field, they don't really get paid as their Canadians or those who have been here for a long time. And that is a concern for us. particularly, we want you to know that a lot of these people are still receiving some support and some help from their homeland, not just the Iranians, every other community. And nobody really considers the fact that that is some sort of a economical contribution to this country. I want to know, and I tell you, I've never heard any candidate ever saying that they deserve it. They all talk very nicely. But I want you to know practically what are you going to do to make sure that newcomer families, particularly from Asia, not from Europe, because this is a new concern, and we are concerned that what are you going to do about it?
Thank you very much. Is that question directed to anyone in particular?
Well, all of them.
Okay, thank you. Who would like to take a stab at that? Mr. Kent? Yeah, okay.
Thank you for the opportunity for the question. First, one comment is according to former ambassadors to Tehran, Canadian embassy in Tehran is an absolute ruin, and nobody has been taken accountable for the mistreatment of the Iranians in Tehran for the last 2 years, and I'm looking forward to see the changes, as Marta Finley said. One question to all candidates, something that has been completely forgotten during the campaign, except one of the leaders of the parties, which is the party that I support, is one single visit to a university and talked about science. If we want to transform this country from resource-based country to a science and knowledge-based economy, we need to have paying particular attention to science and scientific research. Nobody mentioned during this campaign trail about scientific research and the condition of science and how we are going to treat scientists and, more importantly, as I said, scientific research. We talk about knowledge-based economy, but we do not talk about how we're going to transform and hold this country as a knowledge-based economy. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Cole, those three. Oh, sir, 1 minute each, please. Mr. Kent.
Well, again, a huge question for a very short period to answer. It is Canada's shame that heart surgeons, psychiatrists, any number of engineers, any number of highly skilled, highly qualified professionals come to Canada and end up driving cab, washing hospital floors while they wait to be recognized and properly certified. And a very short answer, that's why the new immigration law is providing for more certification before immigrants and professionals and their families actually come to Canada. On a more positive basis, and the prototype that we have in Vaughan, which is in the riding of Thornhill, the immigration minister, Diane Finley, invested a very small amount of money last year, several $1 million, but she pulled together all of the immigrant reception agencies, many of them rival agencies, including English as second language, including OHIP, including driver's licenses, all of the services a new Canadian would need, and put them into one center. And it's working so well, I've got mayors from across York Region asking that those be replicated. I also work with the Toronto Region Immigrant Employment Agency, where we mentor and bring into the mainstream business and scientific community those who do have skills, and we encourage them, and we encourage the employers they talk to pay fair and equal compensation for the jobs that they do.
Thank you very much, Ms.